whoa, Oda's trying to go a bit, trying to go ham these days, fam. These last few chapters have been taking a dark route, especially with the opening of this chapter. Excuse my fucking French. Yeah, the opening of this chapter with the peasants or the low income people. They're like, wow, my sons were only 2 and 5 years old, and because they ran past a celestial dragon, they were shot 16 times. Kids, yeah. Oda's taken the dark route, because normally when you think of Oda and you look at a bit of his work, you kind of get the feeling that, yeah, this nigga's a PG type guy. He will never do anything that will cross the line between PG and, let's say, TV 14. That is not the case. As soon as child cruelty had been implied in the chapter, you know Oda's kind of switching up the game. He's tired of people who consider him to be like a kid's type of guy. He's saying, fuck you niggas. You want kid cruelty? You want dark shit? You get dark shit. Oda's delivering dark shit. Even the one where the kid was a slave, and when she got back, she instantly, or 3 days later, committed suicide. Kids committing suicide. I was like, wow, Oda is kind of a bit nuts. Obviously, we got to hear a bit of Don Flamingo's past, and I'm just like I don't know what's going on there, because obviously it wasn't a lot of Don Flamingo's past, but it was a bit. I mean, you got to see a bit of it, how it came about, how he was no more Celestial Dragon, like his dad left the Celestial side and all of that, and how when things got bad, obviously he tried to like reconcile with the Celestial Dragons, or take the kids and his wife back, and obviously the Celestial Dragons was like, fuck you nigga, you're a fucking filthy peasant human. You chose to be a filthy peasant human, and for that you will stay a filthy peasant fucking human until the day you die. So obviously Don Flamingo, he was just a spoiled fucking brat, yeah. He was a spoiled fucking brat. Obviously when they were dropped off, they had a bit of riches, they set them up with a big house, a mansion. The first thing Don Flamingo said is, where are the slaves? Let's go buy a few. You see, if that was my son, yeah, I will beat the living crap out. What fucking slaves? What fucking slaves? You do your own dirt. You don't need slaves to do shit for you. You do your own shit. Obviously that's bad parenting on the parent side. How the fuck could you be bringing up a child, yeah? Bringing up a child to know nothing but slave work. All he knows is how, like, getting from young, you're requesting slaves. What the fuck is that? That's complete and utter nonsense. But obviously, there's something I'm starting to realize now, is that obviously all of that backstory to Don Flamingo, like a bit of it, was obviously like a dream for when we left off last week, when obviously the book was over his eyes. What I'm realizing here is that there has to be something that is something spectacular, something that Oda doesn't want to release to us with Don Flamingo's eyes, because obviously this is probably the first time ever we've seen Don Flamingo with his glasses off. But obviously he was woken up by the snail, the transmitter snail, that knocked him out of a dream. But obviously when he put his head up with no glasses, obviously they shadowed out his entire face, almost like there's something he's hiding with his eyes. I don't know if I'm just over exaggerating, if this is just speculation, but I believe there's something with Don Flamingo's eyes, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. And then obviously this goes out to the people who are always saying like, wow, oh, One Piece is so easy to like see what's coming, it's so easy to read. Did you ever sit there and think, fucking Trafalgar Law is in fact Trafalgar D Law? So we found out this chapter that Trafalgar in fact has the will of D, yeah, and it was a fucking it was supposed to be a secret. this is shocking. Yeah, no one. I never expected this. I never in a million years expected this to happen. Obviously, they kind of killed the hype of what Don Flamingo said. I think last chapter when he said, "You touch my brother, I fucking kill you." Yeah, I won't let no harm come to my brother, because obviously Law stabbed him. But the thing I don't get about this is by speculation here, because obviously Law is so he's so certain that the knife pierced him. We saw the knife pierce him. We saw it pierce him, but he was not injured at all. Law even said well, the knife pierced him. The thing about this is the speculations that are going around with Don Flamingo and Law's past, and the power that the Opiopi no Mi can actually have and what it can do, grant immortality. The speculation going around is that Corazon is the first owner, the previous owner before Law to have the Opiopi no Mi. For me, I'm kind of drifting away from that just because of this. Yeah, I might be wrong, but there's something leading me to believe that Corazon was a fucking Logia, because obviously Law stabbed him right through the chest, and Corazon sitting there like nothing happened. But there was something else that was going on, because Corazon, if I'm not mistaken, Corazon was actually bleeding, and Don Flamingo was like what happened and all of that. So I think he said the enemy or something. I think he protected Law from somebody, but I don't know exactly what happened. I'm just like, yo, this chapter, the revealing of Law's deed, yeah, yo, that sounds so fucking hideous and gay, but you guys know what I mean. No homo shot here. Trafalgar D Law, yeah. This backstory is actually getting exciting, and it's like Law has a thing for making Baby Five cry, because each and every chapter he's always making her cry. Obviously, Baby Five talks a little bit of shit, and then Law switches it up and says, "Bitch, shut your fucking mouth," yeah? And then the bitch runs to the corner and starts crying. And the funny thing is, as soon as his name was revealed, he got picked up by Corazon. Now, seeing this from the first time we see Corazon pick up Law, he dashed him out the window. I thought he was gonna dash him over the sea, dash him in the water, but in fact, he asked him a serious question. Is it true? Is your name really? Do you have the D? Like, oh fucking no. Just saying D, that sounds a bit fruity to me. But obviously, man's not on that fruity thing, yeah. What he said is that you have to get away from Dorothy, yeah. You are the only, you are the one person that should never be anywhere near him. That kind of threw me. I don't know what that is about. What the fuck does Don Flamingo have against people that have the name D in it? I don't understand what it is. We're obviously gonna find out sooner or later, because obviously I'm guessing this fucking backstory is far from over, because during this we're seeing a lot of backstories, bare flashbacks within a flashback within a flashback. I'm like, wow, I thought this was Law's backstory, but instead we're getting a bit of Don Flamingo. Let me not lie, I'm not fucking criticizing this. I'm enjoying this shit. I'm not gonna lie, I normally hate backstories, flashbacks, because I'm more of the present guy. I don't really give a fuck about what happened back in the day. I'm more of what's happening now. I'm more of a now guy. So up to now, backstories, flashbacks, in any show I've ever watched, I don't give a fuck about this. But this I'm thoroughly enjoying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thoroughly enjoying this shit. But you know, it's a good chapter, I won't lie, it's a good chapter. I'm gonna stick with my gut that's telling me that Corazon is a Logia. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know, no one knows, but the speculation is that he had the OPOP no Mi. But with a knife going through him, I don't recall the OPO Mi making you a Logia, like making stuff go through you without pain. Nah, I don't buy it. Yeah, I think he's a Logia. What Logia? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, but obviously we'll find out sooner or later. Macho man, boy, man's out in it.